Hello, welcome to another video from Insta Yarn Creations. So in this video today we are going to do the velvet scrunchie. So I have one here that's already completed. So with this project or pattern you're going to need a 6mm crochet hook, an elastic hair tie, and of course your velvet yarn. So I have the pink velvet here. Okay. So I did get this pattern from Sierra's Crafty Creations. I will put the website link in the description to this video so that you can refer to it as well for the written instructions. So the first thing we need to do is we need to chain 44. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and then we see this. So I know that from time to time in any kind of ball of yarn this happens. So it looks like, you know, they've tied two pieces together. So I mean, this was a whole roll. Like I haven't unraveled this or anything. This is the way that I bought it. So yeah, it could just be a knot, but just gonna take a look here. But yeah, exactly what I was afraid was gonna happen. All right, so this is how you know that my videos are live, because I didn't notice that until I came across it. I mean, you can tie them together. There is certain ways that you can tie them, but as you can tell, that one was pretty, the way they knotted that, it was pretty easy to undo that. So I am just going to tie it again here as tightly as I can. Normally I would just start with the new end, but for the purpose of this video, I am just going to tie it and see if we can get it. With the velvet yarn, it is quite slippery, so I don't know if this is going to work. And you can see that it's starting to come away from it now. So I think I'm just going to start again and get rid of this piece because I don't think that's going to hold very well. And we certainly don't want that to come apart. Now I probably can't get that out of there to get my scissors. Just cut a little bit ways down. So I'm going to start chaining the 44, doing the chain 44 here again, but I think we'll just try to speed up this part of the video so that you don't have to watch me do that again. Or you know what, I think I'll just pause and I'll come back once I have the 44 done. Okay, so I now have my chain of 44 done here. So we're going to work from the second chain from the hook. So we're not going to work in that one, we're going to work in this one here. And we're going to start by doing a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, and then we're going to pull through 2 loops. We're going to yarn over again and pull through the last 2. Okay, that's our first double crochet. In the next stitch, we're now going to do a single crochet. So that's just going into the chain. It does, I know it's kind of, the velvet yarn is really hard to see, even just working myself, so I'm not sure what it's going to look like on video. But we're going to insert to the chain, just do a single crochet, yarn over, and then through the both hoops. So we're going to alternate between double crochet and single crochet for about 4 to 6 rows. Of course, you know, the more rows you do, the wider that your scrunchie is going to be. I think I usually do about 4 rows, and that's what this one would be here. Okay, so now we're going to do a double crochet, yarn over, insert to the next loop, and then yarn over through the 2, yarn over, and then through the next 2 loops. And then we single crochet. Again, this first chain is really hard to work with, I do find, when you're first doing it. Okay, and then we're gonna double crochet, go in, yarn over through the 2 loops, yarn over through the next 2 loops. And then we do the single crochet. Okay, so again, just alternating between double crochet and single crochet. When you do the next row, it's a little easier to work with. That's what I find anyways. And I mean, don't worry if you forget what, like if you just did a double crochet or if you did a single crochet. I mean, it's, you know, you would never notice it once you know, put it together like that. So I do like making these. The velvet yarn is so soft and they feel so, it feels nice in your hands. It's so nice to work with. And now everybody seems to love them again and everybody's making them. They're fun to make, you know, good little gifts to give for, you know, someone's birthday or Christmas, something to put in someone's stocking. They do sell really well at craft shows. But yeah, you can make scrunchies with any type of yarn. I've made some with cotton. Actually, I do have one here that I made with cotton. So this, oh, sorry, I actually wear this one. This is, oh, there's hair in it. Sorry about that. But yeah, so this is just a cotton one with like different loops that I've made here. So I mean, if you'd like to see the pattern or how this is done, I can definitely do a video on that as well. But yeah, I do find that you'll see a lot of, or I do see a lot of teenagers that just like to wear these on their wrists as like a bracelet. Then there's some kind of trend that goes around where the girlfriend gives it to her boyfriend and he wears it on his wrist. So, always a little bit of fun with this type of thing. Sorry if I'm getting into the screen here. I'm just trying to see the actual loop. Like I said, it's the chain stitch seems to always be hard to make out where the next chain is. So I'm trying to, I guess what I've done before is I've looked through the actual camera, but I have it a bit higher today. Ooh, Sorry for that earthquake. Again, we're just alternating between double crochet and single crochet. Okay, last one. All right, so that's our first stretch there. So again, you're just gonna do another, that's the first row. So I typically usually do about 4 rows, but you can do more depending on the width of what you want your scrunchie to look like. So I'm just gonna do the 4 rows. So I'll get working on that and I'll come back with the part where we're gonna crochet it onto the elastic band here. Okay, so I have it finished here. So I actually did end up going with 5 rows this time for this one here. So the next step is to get it onto the elastic. Now I will say that as sometimes it works out where it like just goes along really nicely, and then sometimes it doesn't really cooperate. So we'll see how this one goes. But all we're gonna do is we're just gonna slip stitch into, so you're just wrapping it around the band. So I just kind of start with the corner there so that I can get in there. And then when we get it all the way around, we'll sew those together. So you just go along into each stitch and we're going to slip stitch. So with a slip stitch, just gotta tighten this. So we just go in, and then with a slip stitch, you just pull right through. That's all you do. Okay, so I'll show that again. So we're just slip stitching through. Normally I would go with like a lighter colored hair tie, like a white or a pink, but I for some reason can't find those. I'm not sure where they went, so I'm gonna have to try to track those down, because yeah, sometimes it's better to go, because you will see the band like when you pull it apart a little bit. Not a lot, but I think it would be better with like a color, a similar color or a lighter color. Of course, when it's in your hair, you shouldn't be able to see it because this is the thicker part that's going to be shown on the top of your head. Yeah, so we're just going to keep going. Just slip stitch through each little section here. And it will get a little more, I feel like you have less room the more that you go, but of course, this is, 3 or 4 times larger than the headband, so that's what gives it that scrunchy look. We just go through and we just pull straight through the loops. No yarning over or anything like that. Okay, so you just kind of have to keep kind of adjusting and pulling some forward so that it's easier to work with there. It's just a lot of pulling. Just trying to move along so that we get it going all the way across here. Like I said, it gets a little harder to get everything squished in there when you get further to the end. But this is a fairly quick project, doesn't really take a lot of time. Probably for this one in particular, I mean, from start to finish, probably about half an hour. We're getting there, almost to the end. But yeah, you just keep slip stitching. I don't know how easy it is to see the velvet through the camera or not. But I mean, I would maybe suggest using like an acrylic or a cotton yarn first when making the scrunchie if you're just beginning, because working with different textures of the yarn sometimes is a little tricky, especially when you're trying to, you know, make sure that you're following where all your stitches are. But like I said, it is very soft. It's nice to work with. Okay, so we're almost at the end here. Just a few more slip stitches. Try to stay in the camera. Okay, so I think that's going to be the last one there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give myself quite a bit of length here because we're going to just sew that around. So I'm just going to cut that off and then pull it through so that it kind of like stops it from coming out. And then I got to get my needle. Okay. So I have a needle here that has a fairly large head on it, so it works really good for most of my crochet projects that I work in. This is like my go-to needle. I don't use another one. It came in a 2-pack, but this one actually has a blunt end on it, which I prefer, so I'm not stabbing myself all the time. The other one that's in the package has a really sharp end. All right, so we're just going to go along here and just kind of weave in and out till we get all the way around so that we can close up this seam here. And I mean, it's so easy to like, so I do see, so normally with this piece here on the other end, I just tuck it in. I just tuck it inside. Normally I do that as I'm crocheting, but I just missed it there. But yeah, I just tuck it in. But yeah, so you just work along here and just kind of go along. And but yeah, like I said, the nice thing with this, because it's so thick, that when you do this, like you can't really even tell that you have, you know, this seam there, right? Okay, probably just one more there. I think we're almost all the way around. Just do another one there. There's that. So and there we go. we have completed the hair scrunchie. We just need to weave in our ends here, which just kind of go in and out through the hairband, or through the scrunchy part, I guess. I just go back and forth a few times. The opposite direction, go one way, and then go back up the other way. I mean, it shouldn't come unraveled like that because thread can really only go out the one way. So, I mean, it would be pretty tough to untangle that. But yeah, so that should be good enough. And then we'll just cut that off. And that will actually just kind of be hidden there. It'll slip in there and you would never know it's there. But yeah, so there is a velvet hair scrunchie. So soft. So you can see the difference with only doing 4 rows. On this one, it's a little bit smaller in width. This one I did 5, so it's a little bit wider around. Yeah, so I hope you liked this video and were able to follow along. I do plan to come up with some more videos on different patterns that I like to do and make. I have been working on a few of my own patterns for some wall hangings that were really fun, and I do have a wine cozy that I've been working on too, so I hope to do a video tutorial on that. But yeah, so it's Sunday today, so hopefully I can have this going. I'd like to premiere it, hopefully, and see if anybody watches, and you know, definitely engage and ask me questions. That would be great. Anyways, have fun and see you soon.